What's going on? Party people is What's Up Flobo episode 174? I think, yes, 174 of the weekly vlog series that could. I can't believe so many episodes about what's going on in my life is being shared with you, but that's what's great about the show. I get to really just put you guys in the loop, a fireside chat, if you will. Now, before I get into today's topic, I gotta say there's many different ways that you guys can support what I'm doing on the creative tip. The best way to do it, I would say, when we hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/Flobo Boyce. We call it the Boisterous Crew. That's patreon.com/Flobo Boyce. And I tell you what, not only do we have video interviews from New Amsterdam, we have first crack of designs of t-shirts. We do polls there every month. There is exclusive shows like the stand-up comedy special version of Flobo Saw on Netflix and the reading one, Flobito's Book Club. It's worth a skim. So make sure you check that out if you can. Support the people or I like to support the people that support me. And I want to give a shout out to those people who are also in the Boisterous Crew, patreon.com/Flobo Boyce. And if you haven't already, you got to hit up that buymeacoffee.com, the tip jar, buymeacoffee.com/Flobo Boyce, and brand new designs of my t-shirts. Actually, a new one for New Amsterdam is now available at flobito.threadless.com, flobito.threadless.com. So it's the first full week of July, and I've said this before in many different episodes, but this year has picked up pretty quickly. I remember celebrating my birthday last year like it was yesterday, and not only did I celebrate my birthday this year, it's already about 2 weeks in the rearview mirror. Little awkward month for me, just because of how things are laying out, because how fast the year is going, and I had a wedding on July 5th. Which is the day after July 4th, obviously, but it was a Monday. I don't think I ever had a Monday wedding under the DJ Flobito. I think I had a couple Monday weddings with my previous employer, but going out on my own, that was definitely a switch up on that level. The event itself was great. It was fine. I showed up, I set up, I was professional as I can. I played the music, and we called it a night. As French Montana says, grind all night, count money in the morning, right? We just keep moving to the next gig. But in doing that and having the event on Monday, my entire sense of the week, like what days feel like what days, have completely lost. Like right now, I'm recording this at 12 o'clock Pacific. I usually do What's Up Flobo at like at 10 a.m. I had totally forgot it was Wednesday. Because I worked Monday, and it's been crazy ever since. Is it July still? Is it June? Are we looking at September now? Like, time's a flat circle, man. And not to mention that, on top of that, because it's not quite the middle of the year, there's that like summertime, Christmas in July vibe you'll see sometimes in some places. Now, for me, you guys know, global fact, my birthday is actually the halfway point to Christmas. That's why I like to say every year my half birthday is Christmas, but not to make it a big deal, not to make it about myself. But the Christmas in July thing is something that's really tripped me out too. I think a lot more vendors are just doing that, pushing Christmas sales, saying Black Friday, Prime Day on Amazon was in the last week of June, just to say, hey, look, get back into the shopping thing. It's interesting to see how, like, when we have the 6 or 8 weeks of pure summer, if you live in most of the country, we still long for the winter time of like gingerbread houses and snow. But when it's wintertime, you go, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Here in Southern California, we get kind of spoiled. Not only is it warm, it's like consistently warm, between 75 and 90 degrees all year round. So I don't really get that kind of vibe as much. But when I do come across a Christmas song in one of my suggested Spotify playlists, I'm like, oh yeah. God rest me, merry gentlemen. But anyway, let me know in the chat below, the comment below, if you have any like Christmas traditions, or if you do the Christmas in July, the Christmas in summer thing. I really want to know if you have any traditions for that. I was thinking about trying to see if I can celebrate that this year, maybe wear a Christmas hat for an episode, or maybe, I don't know, do a Christmas theme episode in July, or is that just all in my head based on my minimal time outside because I've been locked away for a year like old boy. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm doing well as far as the other projects I'm working on. The book, first draft, is done, and I'm going through it right now for it. And I believe there will be a small circle of individuals who will be seeing a copy of the draft of the book, tentatively called Graduation Day. Not sure if it's going to stay that way, but most likely it might. So if you want to get on that list, hit me up too. If you can connect with me using that business contact email over there in the About Me section, but only if there's actual legitimate business inquiries. Other than that, besides the writing stuff, it's back to comedy writing. Dabbled a bit. I realized over the past year, because I was telling myself when it comes to comedy writing, I hadn't really written a lot. But when I actually laid it down over the past year, I had one notebook that was filled, one digital notebook, like a note-taking app that has it, and one old file from another app that I totally forgot about. And so now it's kind of like digging in the crates, see what works, see what's still valid, and see what's not valid, and putting it together. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about the comedy thing. Is comedy coming back? The answer is yes. I think this week in particular, I've seen shows pop up from all over the spectrum. Kind of hurt, kind of miffed that my comedy contacts haven't hit me up. I really thought it'd be that simple. Like, I see a lot of my friends, my contemporaries are doing shows, and I didn't get the hookup to see who is still in the game and who has moved on, but that's okay. It's just a little simple for me, kick in the pants to say, if you're going to start over, you better start over. So over the next couple of weeks is coming down to how do I reintroduce comedy into my life? And by that, I mean nights spent going out performing or working on craft or networking, a lot of stuff. How's that going to work with all the other things I'm working on, with the video game casting, the content creation, the interviews, that sort of thing. So that's why it's been a little slow for me personally, but it's working on it. I am going on it. I'm hoping to be on stage sooner rather than later, and so I can actually have consistent shows, because everyone's told me now more than ever over the past year, let me know, bro. When's the next show? I'll definitely come out. So that's why, people are always people of their word. They'll never say things for conversation's sake. So I got to get some dates lined up to make sure that's a possibility. Other than that, I am good. I'm chilling. I'm looking at my desk and what I have to do and clear it off. And I was looking at some of these things I have here, like this wrestling card game called Smack Talk Showdown. It's basically Cards Against Humanity mixed with professional wrestling. Haven't opened it yet, but it's a sponsor for Draped in Gold, which is the wrestling show that I do. And also on my desk is my left-handed calendar, which every day gets a little fun fact about people like myself who are left-handed. And I'm just looking at that because it's like, man, I need to make some space here on my desk, but I don't want to get rid of the people that are paying my bills and the stuff that makes me know what day it is. I don't know what to do, but I guess that's my today daytime project. That cleaning up my apartment. All right, that is it for me. You know the deal. Hit me up. I'm on that social media at Flobo Boyce on Instagram and Twitter, and TikTok. It's the same thing, at Flobo Boyce. And on Instagram, it's a private account, but I still add you. But otherwise, hit up Flobito on Instagram as well. I'm out. Be nice to each other. Say hi to your motherfucker.